Welcome to day 72 of our school year. Okay, let's get down our beginning fraction. We are on day 180. I'm sorry, we have a total of 180 days. We're on day 72. Now I need to think, is that numerator, prime, or composite? 72 is composite. So I need to factor both my denominator and my numerator. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use my first 5 prime. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. I'm going to divide by 2 since it's even. Half of 18 is 9. And then I have my placeholder. Or half of 18 tenths is 90 tenths. It ends in a 0, so I can divide by 5. I can get one group of 5 out of 9. And then I'm left with 4 tens, which is 40, and that's 8 times 5. 18's even, so I can divide it by 2. 9 is still composite. That's a perfect square. I can divide by 3. I get 3. When I get to a prime number, I'm done. 72 is even, so I can divide by 2. I could get 3 groups of 2 out of 70. 30 actually out of 70, and I end up with 10 left over, so that's 12 total, and that's 6. 36 is even, so I can divide by 2. I can get one group of 2 out of 3. That leaves a 10 and a 6/16, so that's 8. I can do 2 again. Half of 18 is 9. Divide by 3. And then I get 3. Okay, let's get down our prime factorization. This 3 is in the way, so I'm going to move it over here for right now. So I have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 in the denominator. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 in the numerator. So all these are in common. Oops, I forgot a 2 in there. So I have a 2 times 2, 3 times 3. That's in both the numerator and the denominator. That leaves a 2 in the numerator and a 5 in the denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 3 is 12. Times 3 is 36. So our greatest common factor actually is 36. So let's go ahead and make our groups of 36. Doesn't matter what your groups of 36 look like, as long as there are 36 in each. And you keep your shaded area separate from your unshaded area. So here I have 34 plus 2. Okay, I have 28 plus 8. I have 32 plus 4, and then 36. Okay, let's count up our total groups of 36. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total groups. And I have 1, 2 shaded in. Alright, now that we've proved our division with our model, let's go ahead and use our algorithm to help us out. We need to always check our answers in another way, just to make sure we are correct. So I'm dividing 180 by 36. I'll give myself a little more room on top. And 72 by 36. I don't know my 36s, so I'm going to do one group of 36. Just going to do some repeated subtraction here. More on the floor, go next door, regroup 10 more. More on top, no need to stop. More on top, no need to stop. So we get a 4, a 4, and a 1. Bring that up. I can get another group of 36 out. More on the floor, go next door, regroup 10 more. Sorry if you can't see that, that's a 14. 14 take away 6 is 8. 4 take away 3 is 1, and then 1. Oh, that should be a 3. And that's a 0. My mistake. Let's bring that 108 up here. Take away another group of 36. More on top, no need to stop. More on the floor, but this time it's just 10 take away 3. 8 take away 6 is 2. 10 take away 3 is 7. Okay, I'm going to need to make my area model just a little bit longer. One reason why you do math in pencil. So 1 times 36 is 36. More on the floor, go next door, regroup 10 more. 12 take away 6 is 6. 6 take away 3 is 3. I get 36. And that's one group. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add up my partial quotients, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That equals 5. Okay, I can get one group of 36 out of 72. More on top, more on the floor, go next door, regroup 10 more. 12 take away 6 is 6. 6 take away 3 is 3. Bring the 36 up here. I can get one group of 36. 36 times, I'm sorry, numbers the same, zeros a game. Add my partial quotients together, I get 2. Now we still want to check our division. We're going to use our divisor times our quotient plus our remainder. Divisor times our quotient plus our remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0, it stays the same, we don't need to take the time to add 0. 5 groups of 6 tens is 3 tens, or 30. I'm sorry, 5 groups of 6 is 30. I'm speaking all over the place. 5 groups of 3 tens is 15 tens, plus 3 more is 18 tens. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 groups of 3 tens is 6 tens, plus 1 more is 7 tens. So 72 matches our dividend. 180 matches our dividend. So that means our numerator is definitely 2, and our denominator is definitely 5. But we're not done, because 5 is one of those special numbers that we can make into a percent. Cent means 100, per is through or through, so through 100. So to get 100 in the denominator, I multiply by 20. 20 nickels makes $1. So I also have to do that to the numerator. 2 times 20 is 40. So 40 hundredths is the same as 40 hundredths. This placeholder we actually don't need at the end. We can look at this as also 4 tenths. But this is also 40 per 100. So 40% of the school year completed. We have 60% of the school year left. Let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Trimester 2, week 3. Today is 11/20/19. And our fraction for today is 2/5. I'm going to write that kind of small because I have a few to fit in here, which is the same as 4 tenths, which is the same as 40 hundredths, which is the same or equivalent to 40%. So we have completed 40% of the school year.
We have 60% of the school year left to complete. Let's go ahead and get out our number line. We did groups of 36. So go way down to 36. And here we have 2/5. So we've completed 2 groups of 36 days. We have no lines below it because it's our simplest form or our equivalent fraction in lowest terms. There is an equivalent fraction in the 18, in the 12, in the 9, in the 6, in the 4, in the 3, and the 2, because all of those are common factors, but 36 was our greatest common factor. All right, go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.